We're told a library received 13,246 books from a book company. Later that month, they received another 3,899 books from a book donation program. About how many books did the library receive in total? So pause this video, have a go at this, and recognize it's saying about, so you just have to estimate. You don't have to get the exact number. All right, now let's do this together. So this first this first number, I should say, 13,000, we could round it if we want to estimate to the nearest 10,000, but the second number is just in the thousands. So actually I want to round both of these to the nearest 1,000. So this first number, I'm going to say this is all going to be roughly equal to, little squiggly equal signs. So if I round 13,246 to the nearest 1,000, it's closer to 13,000 than it is to 14,000. So it's going to be 13,000 plus, if I round the second number to the nearest 1,000, it's closer to 4,000 than it is to 3,000. So I'll say plus 4,000, and we can do this in our head. 13 plus 4 is 17. So we're talking about 17,000, which is this choice right over here. And once again, there are multiple ways that you could have approached this, and you just have to get whichever is closest to your answer. Let's do another example. So here we're told a farmer picked 35,250 apples this season. She sold 4,339 apples at the market. About how many apples does the farmer have left? So pause the video again and see if you can tackle this. All right, so once again, it's about, so we can estimate, which is always fun to do, and not have to do a bunch of hairy math. And this number right here is in the thousands. This number over here is in the tens of thousands, but I like to round to the similar place. So let's round both to the nearest 1,000. So this is going to be roughly equal to 35,250 is closer to 35,000 than it is to 36,000. And 4,339 is closer to 4,000 than it is to 5,000. And I want to subtract because she is selling these roughly 4,000 apples. And so I have 35,000 minus 4,000. That is going to be 31,000 right over here. And an interesting thing to just be aware of is even if you look at these other choices, if you start with roughly 35,000 apples, if you're selling some, there's no way that your apples should increase. So if you do some type of estimation, and there are ways if you round it in a certain way, if you round it to the nearest 10,000, that you actually could end up increasing. But if you're subtracting, you should never estimate with a number that is larger after the subtraction than the number that you started off with. So that one doesn't make sense. And even if you look at choice B right over here, wow, the difference between 35,250 and 34,400 is less than 1,000. So we're selling way more apples than that.